Hi, I'm Bruce Blau. I appreciate you doing this for me. Um, I, don't- I don't want to start into the, I know you're just taking levels and whatever, and I just don't, I'm not ready to do the thing just yet, okay? So, I guess I just got to organize my thoughts, if that's all right.
Sure.
So just, pardon me if I just vent here. I'm a little nervous, which is kind of weird, being that, probably not going to be around next week. Look, I'm not being morose. I'm being realistic. I don't know if you've known anybody who's had cancer or anything like that, but my grandfather did, and he knew when it was close to the end. And this is more nerve-wracking than that. It's good though, So I don't know whether it's life just easing up on me finally at the end, or whether it's I've just taken so many drugs that it just doesn't hurt anymore. But it's really good to be past the shitty part. But it's not just the pain, It's a long, really dark part. God. Yeah, long before the cancer hit. I think it was even before Kevin died. My son, Charles, he gave me communion a little while ago. And it's ironic because I haven't had communion for a lot of years. And it's okay. In fact, not just okay. Even though I do not believe in Catholicism or, I don't know, maybe even God anymore, I'm glad that Charles has God. You can see that he's more peaceful, especially after a Sunday service. The communion, I know, didn't do anything for me, but I think it did a lot for him. I used to worry a lot too. A lot. Especially when I got the cancer. I thought, jeez. Charles on his own. He's got cerebral palsy. And he's generally pretty well functional. He does well. Sometimes you can't even tell. But he's had a tough life. Really tough life. When I got the news about the cancer, the testicular, yet another reason to think that I was cursed, you know. But what came to me more than just the agony that I knew that was ahead of me, the fact that, who knows, I had maybe months. Just another really tough blow for him. Cruel, really. He had a brother, I don't know if I mentioned it, Kevin. Kevin was like polar opposite of Charles. Charles, the quiet, angelic, peaceful, thoughtful. Kevin, jeez, wild child. Kevin, if there was a rule to bend or break, he'd get as close as he could without just getting into irreparable trouble. If there was an opinion to oppose mine, Kevin had it. However, you know, it was also really difficult to be mad at him. The kid was like a glamour kid, you know? Beautiful kid. I mean, you're a good-looking guy. Even topped you. Model's face, great body, beautiful wavy hair. Ah, these eyes. Charmer. He charmed himself out of a lot of situations. Anyway, as tough as the kid was to handle for me, he was a great big brother. And it's kind of, it surprised me, you know, considering, you know, I'm sure a lot of teenage kids wouldn't want to be around their gimpy brother. He hung out with him, let Charles hang out with his friends. He wouldn't let anybody give any lip about Charles. So, of course, Charles just idolized him. One of the toughest things I ever had to do. Was explain to Charles after the accident. Kevin got killed at a busy intersection. I know what you're thinking. No, he didn't just drive through a red light. He wasn't going fast. He was just obeying the rules for once in his life. God took him anyway. It was like hitting a Kevin and a Charles, me, all at the same time. That was when I had it with the Catholic Church. The same priest who's got Charles under his wing. Zanussi's his name. I'd known him for a long time. He married me and my wife. She's long gone. Good riddance. So, he tried to counsel me on God's plan. God's fucking plan. Have you ever had times that you think, I'm never going to have another happy thought? I'd already gotten the news about the cancer by then. But, jeez. Charles. That was really the only thing between me and putting a bullet in my brain. But you know, I was watching Charles, being around Charles. It didn't heal the cancer, but in a way it kind of healed me. The cloud eventually lifted. So I started to see him sort of blossom, you know, come out of his shell. He was, he was always terribly, terribly shy. Well, before he died, Kevin gave him this camera. Really nice camera, Nikon. Yet another thing to put the idol Kevin a little bit higher on the pedestal for Charles. It's fine. It was a sweet gift. Well, he'd gotten him the camera because Charles had taken some pictures with his cell phone. Not only did he just really enjoy it, but they were damn good pictures. So he became a shutterbug. He also was encouraged by this friend I got at the truck stop, Peg. Really good lady. Really good lady. We're not, romantic or anything, but she's as close as I got to romantic. She's good to have around, and she's great for Charles. In fact, when I met her, I took her out to dinner, and I could tell she wasn't all that interested in me, but when she met Charles, yeah, I knew I had her hooked. So that's going to be good to have her around after I go. Anyway, so it's not just Charles. It's coming out and Peg providing, perspective and a kick in the ass when I need it. I need it a lot. But, the day it really started turning around. Charles, every Sunday, he'd want to go to Kevin's grave. I couldn't see that place after the funeral. I just couldn't do it. Charles would want me to go and visit with him, say some words to him. Oh, finally I relented. I don't know
made me finally. Maybe it's just all him bugging me every fucking week, but Charles put down his flowers and said, why don't you say something? And he took a walk to the path. I knelt down. I didn't know that I was going to be able to say anything. But suddenly, I don't know whether it was Kevin, something inside me, maybe God, I don't know. But I finally realized maybe it wasn't all for nothing, Maybe there is a purpose for everything. And as impossible as I found to accept it when he died and a long time after, realized that Kevin served a purpose. Maybe he served it. Maybe he was done. He was a good friend, good brother, Charles. Maybe I served my purpose too. Somehow I know Charles is going to be okay. Just kisses. God, was it yesterday? He brought home this girl, Vicky. He met at the truck stop for peg works. She told me about her. Told me she has kind of a reputation. Peg is a really good person. And she sees good in other people. She brought her over for dinner. Charles pretty much begged me to. Well, when I saw her, I could really see why. Oh, man, she's sweet. Red flowing hair, these gorgeous green eyes, body that won't stop. And, just a girl like that being nice to you when you're a teenager, yeah, followed around like a puppy dog. Anyway, girl turns out had a pretty tough life, really tough. But you could tell she's sort of like there's something searching for hope, searching for good. And I think bringing up Charles to be who he is, being who I am, maybe that was a little purpose served to Vicky. Maybe she has a slightly better path, or possibility now. I hope so. Okay, I've wasted enough of your time. We'll take a break and then I'll do the thing to Charles. Thanks for listening. Appreciate it.
Sure.